21 is a good age for someone to move out, alright? Whether you live in a Western culture, or an Eastern culture, or a Northern or a Southern culture, whether you live on Mars, it doesn't matter where you live. If you're a human being, and you've been a toddler, an adolescent child, then a teenager, and now you're 20, so you're a young adult, perhaps you want to be mature, and in order for you to gain that maturity, you need to go out into the world and get some life experience. And with that life experience, you can have an effect on the society, you know? You can grind out your place in the world. You can discover your destiny and go off and live it. But obviously that's not going to happen if you're just living at home. You know, if you're in mum's basement until you're 40, it's not going to happen for you. And think about it like this. If you meet a man or a woman, you know, whoever you are, if you meet someone who's a potential partner of yours, maybe they want to live with you, but they might not want to live with your parents. They might want you to live together and then model your house around the idea of one day having a family of your own, and then you can invite your parents round for tea, you can bring the kids round to them, you know, you can do all these things. But none of that's going to happen if you stay in your bedroom until you're 45. It's just not. And like I say, you won't find maturity if you don't gain the life experience, and you in all honesty probably won't find a partner, a life partner that wants to be with you forever and who you want to be with, because you're still under mum and dad's wing, you're still being a child. So I'm sorry if that offends anyone who's from a non-Western country. You know, I've been criticised roundly for months on this same comment stream. It was months ago I put this comment down. I just said 20 is a good age to move out, because if your parents are keeping you there for their own benefit, i.e. you're paying them rent and keeping them company, it's to your life's detriment. You should be getting out there, making your mark on the world, finding your maturity and living your life, you know, your destiny. And I stick by that for the reasons why I've given here. So yeah, hopefully that sheds some light on things and you understand why 20 is a good age to move out. I moved out when I was 20 and I thought it was late. I could have moved out when I was 18. And don't think, oh, I'm some entitled white rich guy. No, when I moved out I was penniless. I had to borrow money off a friend to pay my first month's rent, tell a white lie on the form so that I could get the place, because I didn't have the job. You know, I was still in my probationary period for my new job where I moved to. And then I sold a few things and I had to make ends meet, but eventually I managed to pay rent month 1, month 2, month 3. And then I was in my own place. And guess what? It wasn't long before I met a woman and we moved in together. And then I was set. I had my own life, my own job, my own girlfriend, and we had a house together. It wasn't because I got given it. I wasn't entitled to that. I had to work my backside off for it, so did she. But that never would have happened had I stayed at home with mum and dad and just paid them a small amount of money, which was like, you know, nothing like as much as what rent costs. I never would have got that maturity and I never would have got that life experience. So, you know, you don't have to have a lot of money to move out. You don't have to sit at home until you're 60, saving up and then immediately deposit yourself on a house and buy a house. No, that's not what people do. Get out as soon as you can with a job and a place where you can pay rent, reasonable low amount of rent. Find maturity, build your career, and then get a house. That's how it's supposed to work. And then you can find maturity and live your life the way you want to. You don't have to do it the way your mum and dad want to. Maybe you want to have a family. Maybe you want your girlfriend to live with you. She doesn't want to live with your mum and dad. But that's never going to happen if you stay at home till you're 50. So in conclusion, maturity, life experience, striking out on your own, finding your destiny. These are the important things for a young adult to do, probably at the age of 20, 21, and then you'll go off and have a fantastic life. So I hope you understood and enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now. And you know what, one more thing. If I hadn't have moved out when I was 20, I wouldn't have had enough time to be promoted and earn more so that I could afford to give my parents money and buy them nice things to make their lives easier. So it actually worked out well for us all.